All right, here we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. I hope you're having a great day, at night, evening, right? And if you're not, just remember it's the thoughts in our head, and we got to learn how to shut them off. One way by doing it is prompting and asking different questions, right? Different questions that get you thinking about something, or answering the question, and then get you thinking about something else, right? Which is changing your thoughts, which is, again, if we reverse thought, influence thought, emotion, action, decision, outcome, right? Action is the decision. So it's changing the thoughts if we're not feeling good. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes it's harder. But here's a prompt for you. And I think I'd like to do this occasionally. I don't want to make this like an everyday thing, because then I'd have to have like prompts every time. And I don't want to do it. I just want, I'll do it, right? I'm going to, but probably not every time. Maybe most times. I don't know. We'll see. But the prompt is, right now, whether you're not feeling so hot or if you are feeling amazing, then this should only help feel even, more amazing. But the question is, or the prompt would be, what's something that you're very proud of that either happened to you or that you did or that you accomplished this past year? What was that? What was that situation? And how did that make you feel? And then enjoy that feeling. Be like, yeah. Maybe share it with somebody or ask somebody. Maybe you can ask somebody the same question. Right? We did that today a couple times. I did that today a couple times because I was like, you know what? It's something that not a lot of people ask you all the time. It's like, hey, what's something you're proud? It's not something that. It's a great piece to make a memorable influence or positive influence somebody's life. Which I hope that happens. So again, what was that moment? What was that moment that you're proud of? And enjoy that feeling. And then remember, you can always do something physical, right? You can get up, start dancing. You can go into your closet and dress up for a Christmas gala, as you can, you'll be able to see on some of the videos. Make sure that you can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna work on growing the NCYD Instagram, because I feel like we can share ideas, thoughts there. And it's a great way to communicate if you want to communicate directly. I think that's going to be the easiest. And again, make things simple, right? In terms of what you got going on right now. I think that's another point that I'd like to talk about in a second. But at NCYD, so then we can communicate and follow wherever that was going. Right. As you can see, I got the vest on, I got the tie, I got the duck with the duck pattern and the Christmas hat on. We just got back from the Professionals Women of Flagler County Gala, PWFC, yeah. Professional Women of Flagler County. They had their Christmas gala, and it was fun. It was amazing. It was a great time. We got a chance to hang out, and we saw a bunch of people we knew. A lot of great ladies. Again, shout out to the women. I was thinking today, I was like, God damn, here's my first thought today. I was like, God, look at all these ladies, doing amazing things. You know what I mean? Just crushing it on sometimes on their own or whatever it is, or with their other half or their other partner or whatever, but just crushing it. And just the confidence that some of the ladies exude, the confidence they just have on it. It's pretty, it was well, good for you, And then the second thought was God damn, and in heels, man. And in motherfucking heels. I'm watching, I'm like, they're walking in fucking heels, and they're fucking doing it. You're at a gala for 3 hours in fucking heels, and you're running a fucking business. Come on. How do we not clap it up for that? You know what I mean? So it's pretty fun. It was pretty fun. It was amazing. It was amazing. See, we're just naturally comes out. It was amazing because it was good to see everybody and then see that, and obviously Patty's involved. So Patty's the marketing media specialist, marketing maven that is helping the PWFC on their social media for this year for this. So it's pretty cool to see her and see everything that she's doing. Yeah. What else? Okay. So that was fun, and then I was just again observing and just looking at society in terms of what society does, right? So the gala, and I'm sure we've all been to one, or the award ceremony. It's here's a group of individuals. Here's a micro society and within this micro society, we're creating this like social, collaborative, respectful understanding of like unilateral thoughts, ideas, philosophies, and like once a year, every couple of years, we'll have like, or every couple of months, there's like these socials where we come in, talk, exchange, like be ourselves within that frame of society. And then once a year, sometimes people get together and they present awards and things like that. So I had like an outside in perspective, like, I was like looking at what's just going on. I'm like, this is just what society does, and I think it helps people feel good in terms of things that they've done or they've accomplished, which is great, which is 100% a good thing. And then sometimes I look at it in terms of just more of like, okay, because like some people are like, I guess it depends on the person, right? It's there's a bunch of different perspectives, a way ton of people. It's just like it's almost, I don't want to say that because I don't feel that way, but it's the only way that I can like think of the vocabulary word, and it's like with anything, right? It's like reality. It's like what actually is reality. I think that would be the best way to say it, right? Because like we can be like, okay, we can question exactly like what's happening right now. It's like what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like what's society, or like what are we doing as a human species? For example, the last episode that we were talking about, where we had talked, it's like at one time society was living off the land and then decided to not do that and like make products and work in like buildings or in office spaces for like 8+ hours. So that way they can make enough money to then buy a piece of land and then live off the land. So they don't have to do that again. Right. And so I feel like, and I know that there's personalities out there that whatever it is, maybe, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. It's perspective, I guess. Perspective and awareness. Because for me, like, it's great to have that. It's great to have the recognition. I would love it. And I look forward to having that as well, right? But it's like, I always have a hard time sort of be like, I kind of like it, but I'm like, I know, but it's all good. Like, you guys are all great too. You did a great job, like, that's how I feel most of the time. So for sometimes it's like I see people like when they receive things like that, it just like it makes them like, I don't know, it makes them feel like they're more important, right? And I think that sometimes to me is like but are you? It's just like, it's a couple people. It's like a group thought, which is good, and I think it's great because obviously, like, it's like I would say like the first reference that came to me, it's like if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, and it's a duck, which is fine, right? So what people are saying, it's like, hey, you've done great, and if it sort of makes you feel like you're better than people. Which I don't think it's everyone. I'm just saying, like, I've seen it before. Like, I've seen that be something, right? Where like these papers and accolades that are like given to others by other people, it just like makes them feel a certain way. So, which is fine because like, I've had accolades too, but I'm just saying, like, I know that there's both perspectives. So either way, it was fun. Had a good time, and then. Yeah, that about women, I think it's crazy. Good for women in terms of like just like crushing it, doing their thing, and then still like having to deal with like children and like other halves. Like I'm not the easiest either. To be able to do that and still run a business and still be in a fucking relationship. Some people aren't in a relationship, like whatever the fuck, but still, I think it's a big perspective, and that's the second thing. So I got home, it's perspective and taking time to actually like perceive what the fuck is in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we just are on the go, which is fine because it's like, all right, we gotta go. What's on the phone? We gotta go. All right, business call. Hello, email. Like, oh shit, let me check my phone again. Oh, ding, 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 shit like that, And so, going there and feeling good, and then coming back, and then I was like, all right, I feel like I want to turn the bike on. Like, I haven't ridden the motorcycle in a while. And I want to turn the bike on, and I'm like, and I just had a moment. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know what? I got a motherfucking motorcycle, and it feels good. I'm like, and it's it's got a nice little, verb to it. You know what I mean? It's got a little fucking power behind it. It's like, it's nice, And so I feel like with anything, after a while, you get used to it, right? You get used to like the Lambo, or you get used to like whatever, like, you just get used to it. And you're like, it's here. I'm going to go ride the motorcycle, And so I wasn't seeking it, but I was feeling it, right? I wasn't seeking it. Or maybe I was subconsciously seeking it, and then I was feeling it, and the feeling, right? Influence, thought, emotion, action, outcome. And so that's the idea. That's the point of perspective, is just prompting yourself, or having moments, or maybe you got to write this down and you practice it. Like, again, remember the mind thing. It's like we fucking write things. We write to-do lists for everything else. Like, okay, we got to go to the store. We got to go pick up the kids. We got to do laundry. Like send the, whatever, right? Exactly what I was saying before. You have a list and you write things out, right? So why not write things out that you like, it'll help you remember to be conscious and aware of like certain thoughts that are only going to influence you for like the better, right? Like, yeah. Like that's a gold nugget right there. Take that, wrap it up, write it down, play it, rewind it, mark it, which would be a perfect opportunity to take a break right now and thank our sponsors for this podcast, ncyd.com. Visit our sponsor and put in code NCYD for $10 off your entire purchase. All right, guys. Thanks again for that. Thanks to our sponsor, NCYD. That's NCYD.com sponsor that one, so thanks. All right, so what were we talking about? Fuck. All right, giving yourself time or writing down these prompts to practice them. So I think one of them would be good. And I think at some point, or maybe even while we do the podcast, I'm going to write these down, and then maybe we can even print them, as a group organization, NCYD, and make it available. I think that actually would be a good idea. Okay, so I'm getting to more perspectives. These today was like it's been the whole week, but it's been great. All right, so perspective, prompting yourself, like the first prompt. It's like, well, what's something that you were proud of this past week? That was one of them, and then prompting yourself the question, or like providing yourself time to think about, or time to not think about, but time to give yourself moments of perspective that you can be like, oh yeah, like you can just take a fucking second. Here, all right, check this out. All right, so now for the viewers, so for the listeners, you're obviously not gonna be able to see it unless like you follow on Instagram. If you follow on Instagram, right? But I'm going to describe you the image anyway. So I'm showing right now. Hold on, let me show it first. Here, so everybody can see it. Kind of see where the light's at, but here's 1, 2, the middle one. Okay, so my back. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna go see the docs this week, but next week we got Dr. Lisa on the show, which is gonna be great. So make sure you tune in for that one. But okay, so it's a black and white self-portrait of myself. There's 3 of me, okay? So there's 3 of me, black and white self-portrait, and I took them by myself. And this is kind of when I first started photography, right? When I was like first started, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go into this thing, and it came out really, really fucking good. And I was like, and then there was like a black and white show at Frame of Mind in Ormond, and I was like, and it was the first time I was there, first time I landed in Florida, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking put this in because I think it's pretty badass, and it is, right? But it's also, I was telling Patty, I was like, if someone else took it and it is what it was, or it is what it is, I'd be like, wow, that's fucking amazing, like pretty good. Like I'd be proud of it. I'd be like, oh, you did a good job, But because I took it and it's a self-portrait, I feel like it's kind of almost like almost getting the award, like feeling really good about yourself, And I guess I don't know. That's what I'm working on. It's like being okay to feel really good about myself, because I feel like sometimes like if I show that, people are like, oh man, like I wish. I don't know. This is my thought. It's like, look at this motherfucker. He's not only got 1, he's got 3 self-portraits of it in black and white, showing all his goddamn abs and working out and his big-ass chest. Like, that's how I feel, right? Like, I feel like people wouldn't look at the piece of art and be like, huh, that's actually pretty fucking good. I feel like, look at this motherfucker. You know, like I already said it. So that's how I feel about it. And though Patty's like, yeah, I don't understand why you don't have it hanging, which like obviously you can see, like I have other things hanging. If you can't see, you will see once you follow on issue ID, right? Either way. So yeah, so I guess that's something else. But we were talking about perspective, giving yourself time to perceive things, right? To like be in the moment. And I had the motorcycle thing, and then I came in and I was just like looking at the backdrop, and like just looking at the picture. I'm like, damn, dude. And then you can see that I was working out. And then the only other thing is knowing the model. Like I started looking at all the details, and I can like tell certain like I remember how I felt back then, right? And then like being able to see it, and like it's something that like only someone else that can potentially perceive it based on the art, right? Based on like, oh, look how the person looks, looking at the details, and like being able to almost figure out like what the other person's feeling based on that would be amazing. So you know, like give yourself enough time, or you know, do whatever the fuck you want. But what I'm saying is perception of the thing in front of you, whatever the thing is, like everything in front of you, everything around your space, there's like you can take a second to perceive, like, what is it? Why is it here? When did I get it? What was the feeling? How do I achieve it? Etc. Right? So moments of that to give you that stuff. So that was that. And what else? And what else? So that was that, and then I think that's it for now, because I don't remember anything else. Not at the moment. But I guess it would be a good time to call it on this one, and we'll be back on the next one. Appreciate you so much. Dr. Lisa is going to be on. And then also Hargabin. Oh, okay. So let me talk about Dr. Lisa. Dr. Lisa is a doctor, obviously. The ones that you go to, you know, that when you're under the weather or you have something. But she's a little bit more than that, 'cause she's got a shit ton of knowledge. She's got a crazy machine that she's going to talk about. But I went and did blood work with Dr. Lisa. Take My Blood was the episode. You can look back on that one, listen to what's going on there. But it was a great experience. I want to do another set of. I was trying to do every 3 months, right? So I did one. I did 2. I need to get back into my 3rd one now after being on supplements. I do the ice bath. You guys know that. A bunch of stuff. So Dr. Lisa's going to come in. I'm going to ask her a couple questions for, you know, specifically for guys, specifically for the girls too, just to, you know, to figure out what are certain things that like we should be considering, right? Like the current medical system, right? In terms of just what my own perceived perceptions of like things that I've gone through or Patty's gone through, and then like where it's at, and then what she provides, and just maybe a little life story of like what she's working through or something, that one of her biggest changes in life. So make sure you listen to that one coming up next week. It'll be out whenever it pops up. And do me one favor, please. Just share one of your favorites episodes somewhere. Just share it, and then rate it, right? If you can rate it, so that we can help more people grow the channel. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great evening, day, or night. Keep crushing it. Let's go. And don't forget, nothing changes until you do. Peace.